In today's video we are working on this German Victoria Herrenrad from the 70s. If you've been subscribed to the channel or if you're following on Instagram, you will know that in the past we've worked on a bunch of bikes from the same era, but those were all lady bikes, so this is the first Herrenrad. It also comes with the great 3-speed Sachs torpedo coaster hub. The condition I would say is pretty decent, at least if you don't mind a bit of patina. And since you guys all seem to like the removal of background music, we're gonna do the same thing in today's video. And if you watched the last video, you will know that the mudguards that you see here were used on that build, which means no mudguards today. In fact, I want to go for a pretty clean looking build, so most of the parts that are on here are gonna come off, and it should end up looking fairly similar to an old school 80s mountain bike. It's always exciting when there's something inside these little bags. You never know what you're going to find. But in this case, it was a rather disappointing come up. It was just a tire repair kit. I thought the kickstand that was mounted here looked a bit odd, like not from that era, and now we know why. That blue plate that you see should be firmly mounted to the frame. Not exactly what I had in mind when I said we're gonna take everything off and go for a clean look, but oh well, it is what it is. These lock mounts are always a good way to get a glimpse of the original color of the frame, because that paint has always been protected from sunlight and other external influences, so it looks like the paint hasn't faded too badly. As always, all the new components that I'm using are listed in the video description, and you can always scan the QR code on the screen to get to our shop and browse through parts and available bikes. Since I won't be putting a bell on this bike, I was initially thinking that it might be a good idea to put the front brake lever on the left side. It's usually mounted on the right. That way we would have one item on the left and one on the right with the shifter and the brake lever. But I changed my mind later on. I didn't like the way the cable would have been bent. So yeah, don't be surprised when that magically moves to the other side in later shots. Also, I was going to use these Schwalbe Hurricane tires to go for a bit more of a rugged, manly look. But unfortunately, the profile studs were rubbing on the front. So back to the tried and tested Schwalbe Road Cruisers. Many of these old bikes have red, actually I don't know what they're called, these brake lever to cable connector things, and they often look a bit out of place, so I replaced them with silver ones. But here, since the frame has red and white accents on it, I felt it kind of worked. And with the saddle back on, you know what time it is.